All right, folks. Had a little vacation, so didn't record anything. But now we're back to schedule, and I'm shooting a video because I have an update for the battery, and I also have these guys over here. So stay tuned and see what's up with that. Why I purchased that. So since I came, out of Florida, 3 weeks later, I've noticed that it was a little bit over 2 months for the battery to be delivered, and reached out to the China uh, supplier, and took me a little while. It was Sunday, so that was 2 days ago, and I texted a couple of times, and the messaging says not read, not read, not read. And here in New York, about 2 o'clock in the morning, it says read, read, read. So I know she was online. I texted again a couple of times. She answered us as like, look, it's been over 60 days. Where's the battery? Can you trace it? Because I know I have a system that can trace where's the boat or whatever ship, whatever. So she's give me a minute. I'll be right back. About 5 6 minutes later, she comes back. She sends this screenshot where the battery is. It so happens the battery was delivered within a month. Okay, a month. I don't know where I put my watch. Oh yeah, there's my watch. So it's been a month. The battery arrived after a month. It's been sitting there for a month in Los Angeles port. Apparently, the port has received some of the packages that now has shut down, and is slowly getting rid of the packages they have in possession right now. So she said the forwarder said you gotta wait 2 3 weeks more in order to receive it. All right. So I really don't have a choice. I have to wait, and hopefully get it in 3 weeks. I said I'll contact her in 2 weeks just to make sure we stay on the same page, and she still got me on her loop, and we'll go from there. You know, again, I don't know if I'm going to be cutting the frame or not, but this is the story behind the battery. It's been stuck in the LA port for a little bit over a month, and I gotta wait 3 more weeks um, to receive it. Um, Again, it's a 100 amp uh, power. So I got these questions saying like, well, why the hell did you do on 100 amps? I originally wanted to do 80 amps, but I said, you know what? Let me do an even number, 100 amps, right? So, folks, you got to understand that the motor that I have is not huge, okay, but it handles 5,000 watts easily. That's the operating wattage, 5,000. Now, the way you calculate your power is voltage multiplied by amps, right? So hypothetically, let's say I have 100 amps multiplied by 72, that's 7,200 volts. I'm sorry, watts. So since my motor only handles 5,000, peak operation will be 12,000. For me, there was no reason to do 150 amp BMS. Now, lots of guys they have 100 amp, or I'm sorry, 150 amp BMS, and they push 150 amps. But I guarantee you, there's no battery that will operate in a healthy stage of operation with a 150 amp continuous push or draw, and peak of 12,000, 17,000, or 25,000 watts. All right, you'll hit, I mean, if you hit the 17 and 15 and 25,000 peak watt on a bike, you kind of abusing your battery, and yeah, it's going to swell up, and it's going to get hot, and so on and so forth, because my 48-volt battery is getting hot already on this bike. I'm not really pushing it hard. So and the BMS on these batteries is only 30 amps. So in reality, if we have 30 and 30, that should be 60. But these batteries aren't made for 60 amp push. And there's a YouTuber that has 52-volt battery, and he has a Savuton 150 amps. Apparently, he says the battery can push whatever 500 amps, but he says it is the Savuton. And here's another dilemma, because my controller is 80 amp and it's simple. You plug it, you call it a day. You don't program it, you don't do all tweaks and this and that, regeneration, regen breaking. You don't do none of that. By the way, regen breaking, I mean, if you've gained 1% or 2% of battery throughout the whole day, that's max you're going to get. So to me, it's useless unless you want to break with the motor. I don't know, why would you do it? Because you're going to use it. And then you get the dropouts, and then your motors goes forward, and then you do regen, it goes backward, and God forbid the frame, the forks, the dropouts, get loose. You're looking into problems. Then everything twists. You rip the wires, and your 800, dollar or $1,000 motor is garbage, and you have to redo the whole thing again if you know how. So don't want to do that. Um, so this kid, he's like tweaking, he's changing power meters and sensors and this and that. It's not working. And he says this is the third one. First one he burned out. Second one was negative, positive, and boom, blew out. So let's say hypothetically pay $250 for the controller. That's $250 done, right? The second one wasn't working properly. He had to change that one for the reason. So that's another $250. And now he's got a third one that apparently doesn't work. And if he bought it from China, he's not getting no money back. He's going to have to replace that one also. So that's 3 controllers, right? So with my primitive controller, I set it into the frame, I plug it in with the screen controller. I put it on, God, I would probably put it comfortably at 50, no problem. That's still 3,800 watts on the motor, right? The battery handles 1,000. I'm sorry, 100. The battery will do continuous 100. I can keep it at 100. No, I mean, I'm sorry, at 80 because the controller is 80. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. I don't need anything to go over, 70 miles an hour. I'm not gonna go that crazy all the time. I'll keep it at max, but I'll control myself. And I just, in reality, I don't think there's a battery that will take so much beat down. 150 amps draw is a lot, especially when you do it continuously, and it just eats a lot of battery power, and it abuses the battery. The battery should be operated with common sense. Um, so let's say you bought a battery, right? And first of all, the cell's got to be good discharge, and I mean, guys, don't do 150. 100 is it's the bare maximum, and you can have a 72 volt battery, 40 amp hour with 150 amp BMS, but lots of times guys go with the cheap cells. They don't go with Panasonic. They don't go with the LG. They don't go with Sony. They don't go with a good brand. They go with a you know knockoffs from China. And I'm not saying that all sales from China are bad, but if you Google or do a YouTube search on fake Chinese cells, you'll see that there are just too many. And if you see reviews on Chinese brand cells on YouTube, they are negative. And how do you think you're going to put this crappy cell? You're gonna make a battery out of it, and you want to draw 150 amps from that battery. It's it will work for a little while, but it will become sluggish really fast. So my cells are Panasonic. I know I'm gonna be very happy with it because it's a legit company. They want to back order this, so the cell is like $7 a cell. Yeah, they're very expensive. I was lucky enough to get that price, and that's why I clocked it, and I told them to build that for me. And, later there was hiccups here and there, but the lady that I was dealing with came into the discussions. Says, no, this is what you order, this is what he's getting. Now, for me to see if I got this or not, I would have to open the battery physically and see what's up. But anyway, I promise you, there's no battery that will handle 150 continuous and 350 or 300 peak. Okay, when I say handle, I'm saying operate in a safe environment for entire year and see what the how much it has degraded itself. Because cells, when they overheat, because obviously that's how it overheat. This is the chemical reaction inside. They they overheat and they become, less powerful. So that's the problem. So that's the whole thing with the battery. The battery is in the, what is it, in LA, in a port, sitting there for a month. It was delivered in a month, and I was sitting there for a month. And the forwarder said to my distributor that you gotta wait 3 more weeks, and then you're gonna have it delivered. So that's the dilemma with the battery, and hopefully I will be rewarded after I receive the battery and be happy with it. I do have 2 batteries that I am happy with, and I should be happy with the Panasonic with the cells. Now, still off the subject a little bit, what's killing me is the damn seat and the position I'm sitting in. I think I'm sitting too much backwards, and my coccyx bone, if you know what that is, it's right between your ass cheeks for you guys. Um, it just goes numb. I don't like to have my buttocks numb. So sometimes I find myself standing on the pedals to make sure that I get some blood flow in my buttocks. Okay, so what I came out with these guys. Boom, there it is. You guys might laugh, but this is a saver, and these are shorts. These are a bicyclist shorts, and you can see it's got a gel inside on your butt. So what it does, it protects your butt so it doesn't go numb. These were $16, and this is how they look. Very nice, very thick. I had a pair before years ago when I used to ride a regular road bike and a mountain bike off-road, and it helped a lot. And it wasn't as thick as this guy, but this thing, it is ridiculous. I have not taken out for a ride. I'm just saying, if you wear a large, order extra large. If you wear extra large, do 2XL. So if you're a medium, or order large. But these are well made shorts, very nice, and they are very thick. They are extremely thick. Um, I've used these, like I said before, and they helped me a lot. I could not feel a thing for hours and hours and hours. And I know the 73s, they complain about it also because the seat from Super 73 is not that great. But I think everybody should invest in this just to make sure they stay healthy, that they don't have any back pain and coccyx bone pain and anything like that. Since you guys all about safety, everybody forgets about this, and I don't. Okay. So anyway, that's the update. Sorry guys, I was off the air. Went for a little vacation for 3 weeks to Florida. Had a great time. Came back, and I'm shooting a video for you guys with the update of the battery. Okay, again, that's the issue. So I am gonna go. Again, I am going to talk about this funny subject, which is Super 73 bikes and some other brands that are out there that cost retarded amount of money, and there's nothing in there to pay that much, and I will talk about it on the next video. Be safe, guys.